Okay, guys, so we are continuing with tables today. And so the assignment on Monday should have been fairly simple. You were just building a really basic table. And so this one is just going to take some things a little step further. So remember, mine looks different than yours because I'm on the teacher side, but you would click View Assignment, Add or Create would be over here on this side, Google Docs. And here are your instructions, okay? So you are creating this table, okay, in Google Docs. And so over here you have my Google Docs screen. And so we're just going to walk through a couple of things together about this assignment. First, I do tell you how big it is, right? So I tell you it's a 2 by 11, 2 columns by 11 rows. So remember, I'm going to go to Insert Table, 2 columns, all the way down until I get 11, and you should get something like this. Now, I'm not going to fully go through everything again with you because a lot of this should be just a little bit of a review for you all. But for those of you in Microsoft Office and multimedia, you might not exactly know how to do this in Google Docs because you had me for Microsoft Word. So it tells you to merge row 1. So remember, you're just going to select it. You're going to select the top row, right click, and you should see a menu that drops down with merge cells, and then I'll type the title, right? And so all of that should be very basic. Now you've got everything set up to be able to start typing everything in. Now, one of the things that we haven't exactly talked about is what do I do to get this blue here and the blue here, right? Well, we know that this is normal font. That's just changing your font color blue, right? So I'm going to, and then it should tell you exactly how big it should be. So I'm going to tell you that it's 32. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to get something like this. I also tell you which font it is. Now, this is a little bit different because you're not going to see Century Gothic here. Remember, you have to click Add More Fonts, and then you're going to type Century Gothic here. And there's my font. I'm going to say OK. And now you can see that it's the same. Well, it also tells you that it says key the title. That's what I did. Size 32, font, Century Gothic. Change the color of the text. Remember, that's all you have to do is you're changing the text color. That should be fairly simple. You'll also probably notice that this is probably what? Because it's darker. It's probably bolded. I'm going to center it. You'd have something like this. Okay, now I'm going to skip. I'm not going to tell you how to do all of this part because, again, you're just going to follow this description. Key in the body of the text, center align column 1 text. So I'm telling you that I want this center aligned. This one's going to stay left aligned. Now let's talk about this really quick. I haven't told you how you add blue to the background, okay? And so what you have to do here is I'm going to select it. So I'm going to select the whole row. And again, I'm going to right click, okay? So I've right clicked. And if you'll notice down here, I have this option called Table Properties. Okay, and in Table Properties, I have a couple of different options here that I can play with. Like, I could change the border color, but don't. It's black, right? So black border. I'm just showing you that that's there. I can change how thick the border is, but I'm not going to because, again, this one's normal. But right here, you'll see cell background color, okay? And so that's where I'm going to come in. I'm going to change the color to blue. I'm going to say OK. And now I have it to where I can see my blue. I'm going to take this font, change it to whatever size it tells it to be, and it's Century Gothic. It says it's size 18. It's centered, and you'll also notice that this is bold, but it's also white. So you should see something like this now on your screen. Remember, all I did was I selected the row, I right-clicked, Table Properties, and then I was able to change the cell color. Okay, so now all you're doing is you're filling it out yourself, right? So you're going to come through and you're going to put all of this in your table. But the last thing it says adjust the width of the columns, okay? And all that means is if you'll notice, when I change this one, it changed on its own based on how big this is. But when it says change the width, all you have to do is you're going to hover over, and you'll see now I have 2 little arrows, 2 arrows. That means I can start dragging this and moving it. Okay, so you just want to get it to look somewhere similar to mine. Adjust the width. See, now I've made that one really large because I'm hovering over this line. I'm going to put it back. So you're just going to look at mine and try to get as close as you can. Remember, this is centered. This is left aligned. The biggest deal here, I'm going to look for that you know how to change this to blue. Then it says change the title to shortcut keys. This would be your title. And then you're just going to submit it to Google Classroom when you're done, okay? So please, 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 if you have questions, reach out. You're going to click View Assignment, Add or Create Google Doc so that you can do this right inside of this assignment, and then all you have to do is click Submit. So please let me know if you have any questions.